Bubblegum Simulator might be facing its first ever duping problem. Now, before I made this video, I really didn't want to because I didn't believe that there was any way that this game had duping, because not only has like preventing duplication bugs been like massively upgraded throughout not just Bubblegum Simulator but Roblox games in general. Like in a lot of games, you will not be able to dupe stuff in your inventory, but I'm really thinking it's back, and unfortunately I have a lot of evidence to show. As you guys know, with the most additional update that the developers added to the game, they added this new secret bounty board. Not only that, they had a 200 million egg, which has the secret wolf lord in it, as well as something else which is inside of the minigame paradise, and it's kind of like an island that you can land on to get it to spawn, in case you didn't know and have been living under a rock. But essentially what you can go ahead and do is land on this one spot, which here, let me go ahead and do it quickly. But it's this little island, and it can basically spawn in this island that, well, I cannot get to spawn. But basically, the island has a chance to obtain one of the new secret pets that are inside the game. As you can see, if I go to the minigame paradise, you'll see I've unlocked the first two legendaries, but not the third one, and I'm going to explain why in just a second. But for starters, this island is very hard to get to spawn. Some of the only places where we've ever seen these spawn is where exploiters are located. And I'm not talking about exactly duping exploiters yet, but instead people that are constantly running hundreds and hundreds of bots on the game. You're probably like, well, Numerous, how do you know that? Well, let me show you. For one, you can see that Bubblegum Simulator has 174,000 players. And if you think this is all real, well, I'm sorry to tell you, but this game definitely has a lot of bots. And if I actually scroll down here, you will find out that, yep, a lot of these servers are bots. And I'm constantly refreshing it here, but lots of them have baconaires and they're probably bot. But then you could hypothetically say that a lot of these are new players. Now, for one, new players are not going to be in 12-player servers every single time where only other new players are. But there is other ways to check. Now, if we actually go ahead and take a look at the player count on the game, right here is the concurrent players. This means the exact number of people that are playing the game for the past week. Right here at the start, you can see that this thing has a bit more shifts. Now, apparently on May 9th, around that date, there is a massive spike that goes from 170,000 to around 200,000 players. And a lot of people will often say, well, this is because of the update. And yes, that is true. But the problem here is that when this spike happens, the number literally does not ever go below 180,000 until today, at least. At the time I'm recording, I believe this maybe have been fixed or something, but this number stayed at an all-time high. And as you can see, it doesn't really change that much. Like, the number doesn't really drop much and it doesn't increase much. How does this prove that there is bots? Well, let's go and take a look at a different game where bots would be of absolutely no use. Let's go and take a look at Brookhaven, and if I scroll down right here, you will see that this looks very much different. And as you can see right here, for example, if we start Thursday at 9 a.m., that is the most players, because that's when most players are online across like the entire world. And then later on in the day at around 2 p.m., it's the lowest. It's going to be the same over here. At 9 until like later on in the day, now it is a Saturday, so it's going to have the highest spike. But later on, once again, at 4 or 5, when people are starting to go to bed, it is the lowest. So there is a massive up and down spike on a game like Brookhaven. This is a game that has mostly kids playing it, meaning that there is constantly going to go up, constantly going to go down, but there's no need for bot. Unfortunately, though, Bubblegum Simulator fell into the same hole as Pet Sim. I mean, just take the look. Pet Sim has the same issue. If not, they actually currently have it quite worse. Or wait, this is Bubblegum Sim. Oops. Okay, this is what PetSim has, and yup, they have the same issue. Right here, the spike is when, like, they have an update, and it's low-key kind of sad to see because right after that, we're going back down to the bot player count, and this one actually is barely changing. So PetSim does have a lot of bots, unfortunately, but what makes me think that a lot of things are getting duped? Now, if you heard me mention earlier, I specifically talked about the doggy 1337 pet, which can be found on this tile that I'm currently standing on, the one where you can get an island to spawn. The other day, I saw this tweet from Nightfox saying, LOL, it's always the bots out here just doing what they can to ruin the game. At least in this game, botting helps everyone in the server, but it is still insanely unfair to the rest of the community. And as you can see, in his server, he literally found a server full of bots, like I said, the same bacon hairs, with 20 hours of this rift. Keep in mind, I'm pretty sure when you land on that rift, you literally get like 10 minutes, and it's like a 7% chance in total to even land on it. And believe it or not, bots are not actually auto-rolling on these islands. They are using exploits to be able to roll on the board game and be on the island at the same exact time. Because look, bro, I can roll here, but I'm not going to be able to go very high up and also roll here. Like, you used to be able to do the roll glitch, but when you try to go up, it literally just disappears. The board game is not possible to do while hatching anymore, or not as good as these exploiters are doing it for sure. And that's the moment that actually made me realize, what if these bots, quote unquote bots, have more than just exploits? Because now we officially found out they have to be doing something to do this malicious activity. And well, the next day I somehow managed to find myself in the trading plaza. Okay, here we are, and as you can see, I'm looking at the trading terminal here, and one thing, like I said, it's one of them is the mech robots. Now, this guy wants these mech robots, so I can't say that these exist in the game, but believe me, when I can show you that this exists in the game and one player can own all of these, you will be very surprised. Oh, right here is the first example. I can't exactly go ahead and say that this is exploits because, quite frankly, I do not have the exact proof that this was duped. But as you can see, one person right here, Undefined Vortex, this guy literally apparently owns 3 out of the 100 in the entire game. You're telling me this guy has 3 of the mythic doggy 1337s. And this guy down here, he has 4 of the 11K. Now, 11K is a pretty high number, but you'll be surprised to find out that another guy right here, he owns 3 shiny one of these. If I scroll further down, this guy owns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Okay. Oh, look, another guy owns 6 of them. The only way that this would really be obtainable for one single player, regardless of the amount of alts you're using, is if you're trading. And quite frankly, it might make sense, but let me show you something else. The other day, I actually managed to find someone with quite more than just 6 of them. And this person actually had literally like 60 plus inside of my trading plaza. Obviously, I did hide their username just because I don't want any hate going against them. But the only way you would have that is not just through trading, but either if you're running bot accounts, which could literally, you would have to run so many. I'm talking like at least 500 bot accounts to even have a chance to get close to that. Or you would have to be cross trading, which, by the way, you guys should definitely not do because you can get banned for it. Or the final thing, it could be duping. And I do very much understand that 11,000 of this pet exists, but for one person to own over 60 is a little bit concerning, considering, like, even as someone who played PetSim for a long time and you had pets that had like 10,000 in existence, you would never ever find someone with that many in one inventory. And you know it's not really possible when this other guy under my tweet managed to found so much more of them. Like, if we go ahead and take a look, this dude literally has Like, I don't even know how many that is, but there is so many in there, including shiny wolf lords and stuff. The thing that actually surprises me the most and leads me to say that these are duped rather than either being traded, like the only way I could think of this is bot farm, duped, or cross traded. And the chances of it being cross traded are even low because a lot of these pets that you see aren't level 25. Inside of a trade, or when you look at somebody's inventory like Mr. Def Run right here, you will be able to see that, well, he has levels for some of his pets. Untouched pets in this game oftentimes do get considerably more value. Like, as you can see, he has another one of these shiny wolf lord secrets. Where have we seen that before? I mean, not saying that his is exactly duped, I guess, because there is no way to tell as like a normal player. But as you can see, all of the secrets inside of this video, the wolf lord, it has no level. The other wolf lord has no level. If I scroll down, the doggy 137s, not a single one of them has a level. Personally, I don't really understand the idea of having untouched pets, but when you have over 60 of them in one single inventory, it's hard to say that it's legit. A lot of people do have a legit, unfortunately, and I feel bad for them, but at the same time, knowing the fact this game is constantly being exploited and stuff is a little bit demotivating and not fair to the average people like you guys who are actually playing the game and trying to trade for this stuff. For me, trading in this game is literally the only way that I'm gonna get better now. There is no way for me to get anywhere by hatching pets, because I know for a fact that these bots are gonna win 99% of the time. And the sad part is, them doing bots is literally the same as duping, if it is not even duping, because I'm so convinced that it is, bro. Not to mention that most players can't even hash this doggy pet, so the only way that is possible is if you're going in one of these servers where the thing exists there forever. Because as you can see, like, people are on the 200 million egg for majority of the time, as there's no need for them to go on the other one, or maybe even the infinity egg like these guys over here. I will say though that if there was direct exploiting that the developers knew about, and I don't know if it's just gone undiscovered, but if they do know about it, usually they will like ban trading from the game for quite some time until they find a fax or like a patch to it. So until then, it is gonna be like removed from the game so that they can fix it, but I just don't know if they haven't found out about it yet. Something that they definitely need to do though is control these bots and improve the exploiting protection, because in case you didn't know, exploiters can literally go to the last island without anything. Earlier when the game first originally came about, and I had some amazing pets, by the way, like literally I was on the top of the game, bro. I could literally teleport to the Zen Island and I would have someone with like 3 bubbles and 5 eggs all the way up here, and I did not understand. And it is pretty common to see in public servers, I believe, if you guys have been looking. Another thing that I've noticed, if you take a look at all of these servers that have full of baconaires and stuff, all of them are 13 out of 12 players max. The only way to actually go above this Roblox limit is by having the auto connect on. So meaning they are automatically connecting to the game similar to how you would if you're AFK. Now, some servers, as you can see, they don't have it because either they're fresh or the server is usually never full until like now. But the bots are constantly auto reconnecting to the game. They don't even have to run anything for the game to just auto reconnect them, which is just crazy to think about. I actually kind of want to go ahead and try to get in one of these servers just to see what's going on. Okay, I've literally been scrolling almost forever now trying to find a server, and as you can see, it's just not possible, bro. There is far too many bots. But hey, if you're able to get in one of these servers, consider yourself lucky, because you probably can get a free island for free for like hours. But I definitely really do hope the developers go ahead and consider some changes here that could possibly prevent bots a little bit more, because right now they are not helping the state of the game. Duping or not, I mean, it's just a massive problem because they're constantly flooding the game with more and more secrets. But if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead, watch this video on the screen right here. It's one of my favorite videos, and I went ahead and picked it for you guys because I think it's just a really good video to watch. So if you enjoyed this one, hurry, click this, because this video is about to end. Until then, bye! Love you guys.